What's up, man? Hey, Sarah. Sarah, what's going on, girl? Woo! It done got hot. It was cool. It done got hot now. What's going on with you, girl? Woo wee. Yes, indeed. What a good day. What a good day. It's been a good day, though. Just been hot. Just been hot. Man. Let me put my disclaimer up. We're gonna get started, y'all. Man. Gonna be pretty good right here. It's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, president done lost his mind, going crazy, making up shits in this, starting stuff, being messy, bringing all this racism back. He is the one that, let me just say this. Yes, racism is out there, but it's been closed in. But every time the orange man become president, he brings that bull crap out and those people come out. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah. Every time an orange man becomes president, it always got something to do with racism. I don't like that. That's not right. If you ain't been doing it, just don't do it. You know what I mean? It's crazy, and people getting hurt, and fights breaking out, and this. I mean, I really don't understand. I understand. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's so damn big. It's big enough for everybody. Right, Sarah. It's big enough for this is world is big enough for everybody. Everybody. It's big enough for everybody to get a turn. I just don't understand. I'm sorry. Maybe I got my eyes closed, or I ain't on top of my game like I think I am, but I know I am. I got my eyes open. I just don't like the shit. It ain't cool. It's not radical. It's not good behavior. I mean, it just showing that you're a fool, a stupid fool, an ignorant fool, delusional fool, a misunderstanding fool. Don't know nothing, fool. Just a fool, damn fool. I you know, I don't understand. I got Chinese, Mexican, and Caucasian in my family. I just don't understand these people. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm upset about it. And I don't like it. And yeah, it's messed up. But anyway, Shein done opened the store in Atlanta, Georgia. I thought Trump said the tariffs. He had them on paying so much money on tariffs and stuff. But let's check out Shein, y'all, down in Atlanta, Texas, y'all. Atlanta, Georgia. They got it going on.
For a family of 4. Oh my God. Let me
Did y'all see how quiet that store was? All outside the front door. Shein. So they done moved over from where they was at to United States, where they got a big store in Atlanta. Why they go to Atlanta, Georgia? I guess because Atlanta, Georgia is the most popular city. It's a real popular city and state. They went to Atlanta, Georgia. If y'all notice in the background, what y'all see in the background? What y'all see in the background? They say everything we touch become a good brand, and we making prices go up on. We buy it a lot. Where'd you see mostly in this in this video? You see mostly with Black Americans in these videos, and what I mean by that is the in the store, the dance. You seen Black American dancing. You seen Black people videoing. You seen Black people coming to the store. You seen Black people outside the store, major Black people outside the store and on the streets. They say the Black Americans is the ones that make the product be a name brand product and be a good brand because the Black people go in there and they buy it. I thought Trump said that he was putting a high price on the tariffs. How the hell Shein get over into Atlanta, Georgia? How does Shein get into Atlanta? I don't shop in Shein. Shein, a Shein, or whatever. I don't shop there. I never shop there. I'm not the kind of person like to shop online for my clothing. Because I like to feel my clothing, look at my clothing. It can look good online, but when you get this thin, material ain't right, something ain't right about it. I mean, I don't buy clothes online unless I know exactly my size and like maybe a t-shirt, but for a pair of jeans and a sweater or something like that, I don't buy online. I bought tennis shoes online before. But as far as clothes like that, no. T-shirt, maybe. Pair of shorts, yeah. But as far as jeans and stuff like that, no, I don't purchase my money because I don't, things might not be right about the clothing. The clothing might have a something might be wrong with the clothing. It might have a default in the clothing. That's what I mean to say, a default in the clothing. So no, I don't buy clothing offline. Now, I bought a couple of brassieres and so that at Macy's, but I know my right size. You know, as far as clothing, you can't never tell because the material is always different. It must mean by that is might be good material, not no good material. Stretchable, it might be stretchable material. This might be regular material. You know that you might need to go up a size, an extra size. That's all I'm saying. But no, I don't shop online like that. I don't do that because, you got to know down to the T. I shop online, but I know my size. Yeah, Sarah. What about dresses and jeans? I mean, because sometimes the material be kind of different. Sometimes I don't know. But I never bought a dress online before, or jeans online. But I bought shorts and tennis shoes and some brassieres and things like that. But and put it out there, truth be told, we all might be ordering our things online permanently. It might be a permanently thing to start ordering everything online. Yeah, it might. We just don't know. Let's check out Canada, y'all, see what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about, but we finna find out. Oh.
You are not going to believe this. Hiking and even just walking into the woods is now illegal in Nova Scotia.
Stay out of the woods. We are restricting travel and activities that really aren't necessary. So hiking, camping, fishing, and the use of vehicles in the woods are not permitted. Trail systems through woods are off limits.
Fishing, hunting, camping, driving, and again, just walking into the wild is now a crime, subject to a $25,000 penalty.
The fine for violating any of these bans, $25,000.
And get this, even people with property in these areas are no longer allowed to explore them.
If you have a home or cottage surrounded by a wooded area, we strongly encourage you to stay out of those woods. Don't do anything that could unnecessarily put you, your family, or your neighbors at risk.
The justification for these sweeping climate lockdowns is last year's wildfires, which destroyed over 200 homes, but critics aren't buying it, especially with the visible activity activity seen before and during those disasters. Some argue the fires themselves were no accident, but rather engineered events meant to justify policies like this one. And now here.
I don't know. What Sarah say? Sarah said, no dresses and stores. I bought my jeans online because I know myself. Oh, okay. What's going on with the Canada ban, y'all? Can't nobody go up there. No hikers, no hunters. What's going on? What would make a person come? And then they got cabins. What would make a state say hiking and all that stuff is being banned? And what if you got a cabin up there and you got a vacation home and you want to go vacationing and your home is up there? You already made plans already, and not what plans way before this even happened for a ban, and then you got a ban, you get to cancel your vacation. My thing is, but why? What's going on? They said wildfires, but there ain't no reason to keep nobody out of the woods. I don't believe it got to be something. It got to be more to the story, but we just don't know what the more to the story is. But when I find what the more to the story is, you better believe I'm gonna have an update on that. I promise you, because it don't seem right. It don't seem right, and they're gonna give you a fine, $25,000 fine. That much money for a fine? Is it that serious to have a fine like that with that amount of price on it? Well, you can't go up in the woods, go hiking and hunting into your cabin. And I wonder how long this gonna be. How long they got how long they got, they put this off on. How long they put it off to? But 2 weeks, a month, whatever. But right now, you go in the woods in Canada, you will be getting a fine. And you go up there and you don't get caught, you lucky you ain't get caught. Let's check out Chase Bank, y'all. This one right here is crazy.
My ancestors were slaves. In 2005, is it true that J.P. Morgan released information directly indicating that it directly benefited from slavery? Would the representative from J.P. Morgan respond?
I do believe that in 2005 we made a report about potential transactions that involved slavery between J.P. Morgan or its heritage companies back in the 1800s.
In fact, there was an indication, I believe, that you accepted loans against slaves as collateral. True?
I believe that to be true, yes.
For edification purposes, have any of the other banks compiled a study as to whether or not you have benefited from slavery? If so, raise your hand, please. Let the record reflect that none have raised a hand. Not one has raised a hand. Do you believe that your bank benefited from slavery in some way in terms of its business practices? If so, raise your hand. If you do not believe that it benefited, raise your hand. Let the record reflect that all but Mr. Diamond raised a hand. Thank you.
So Chase Bank been profiting off of slavery, off of our ancestors dying. Is that how they've been keeping themselves in business all these years? But then, one while they was going bankruptcy. One while they were trying to close down Chase Bank, put up on the bankruptcy. So if they got all this slavery profits like this right here, what they doing even going into bankruptcy? And not only that, I want to know where my ancestors' money at. I want to know where my ancestors' money at. If Chase Bank been profiting off of slavery, where is my ancestors' money? What they been doing with our money? They been sending the IRS and them been had an account with it for everybody who got a birth certificate or with Social Security number. They've been saying that for real. Ain't it crazy, Sarah? It's crazy. And Chase Bank been open for a long time. Let me see. Chase Bank been open. Let me see. Let's see. How long have Chase? No, it's like J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan. Okay. J.P. Morgan has a history spanning over 225 years, tracing its roots back to 1799 with the funding of the Manhattan Company. Of its earliest procedures, J.P. Morgan and Company was officially founded in 1871, and currently J.P. Morgan Chase and Company was formed together through merge in 2000. So they've been getting money since 1779. No, 1799. I'm sorry. They have a history of over 225 years, going tracing the roots back to 1799. Good Lord. Woo! That's a long time for them to be in business. And I'm sure they was dealing with slavery back in 1799 to deal with 225 years. Then it said in 1871, Drexel Morgan and Company, later renamed J.P. Morgan and Company, was established by J.P. Morgan and Anthony Drexel. So they've been in business doing our ancestors wrong for over 200. They've been in business for 225 years, and they broke root back in 1799, and they've been profiting off of the slavery money area for 225 years. Isn't that something? 225 years. I looked it up. I just looked it up. 225 years. 1799. That's a lot of years. Back in the Manhattan Company. That's a lot of years. The Manhattan Company funded J.P. Morgan. That's a long time. 225 years. Year 1799. 1799. 225 years. They've been profiting off of the ancestors' money, off of slavery money. Chase Bank Building has. That ain't cool, Chase. That ain't cool. And the way they've been talking, like they've been in, they did it on their own. But they didn't come up by themselves. They came up off this off our slavery, off our ancestors' profits. That's how they came up to be anybody with a name brand. They wasn't nobody. Yeah, Sarah Wild, they wasn't nobody. They wasn't crap. In 1799, y'all. Woo, that's a long doggone years. That's a lot of years. But they're saying now, and I've heard it several times, they are now saying things about the police system. Let's check it out. I'm going to tell y'all something before I go to that. Trump is up there sitting on his signing paperwork. And I believe and truly believe in my heart, half that stuff he up there signing, y'all, the bills he's signing, he haven't even read. Half of them bills that he up there signing. He just signing away, signing. That man ain't read them doggone bills. The only bills he probably done read and know about is the ones that he thought of personally for his own benefits. But no, this man up there signing all kind of bills. Something you just can't make me believe that this man up there reading every bill he up there signing. He ain't reading every doggone bill. He ain't doing that. It's too many. The stack too doggone high. He ain't reading them doggone bills. He been just signing his name away. But we the people, I'm not we the people with him. I'm sorry. I am not we the doggone people with that doggone man. I'm not. No. Let's check it out. I'll never be.
Starting tomorrow, filming the police won't just get your video deleted, it could land you in jail. This isn't satire. It's the newly passed federal law, the Officer Safety and De-Escalation Act. If you don't get verbal permission in advance, you could face a $5,000 fine or worse, prison time. A recent poll shows over 80% of police brutality exposed online in the past 3 years came from ordinary people using their phones. Now the government wants to pull the truth out of your hands. Here's what's now considered a violation. Pulling out your phone during a traffic stop to protect yourself. Filming your neighbor being handcuffed on their front porch. Your child live streaming a protest without approval. Recording your own wrongful arrest on video. All of it now illegal. Critics call this law a precision strike against public oversight, a systematic gag order on inconvenient truth. As one legal scholar put it, if a phone is a weapon, then truth must be the enemy. Are we protecting officers or intimidating the public? Are we de-escalating conflict or deleting the evidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. When power says ask before you film, what will you do?
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. What do you think? What do you think? How the hell are you gonna pass a bill like this and the police is killing the African American people and jumping on everybody? They are unaliving, killing the African American people and jumping on everybody else, harassing and manhandling everybody else. How can this be? So let's go back. Let's think now. Let's think. Let's think. Let's put it in order. Let's put it in order. Let's think. So schools can now have electronics, preventing them from recording things at school. They start there first. Could it be true? Could this be true? That you can no longer film police officers when they beating you up, beating somebody else up, or when they in the wrong, because we know they lie. How can a man, but he's a devil, sign a law like that? Where was the where is the real people who need to record this kind of stuff? Who up there watching? Who is up there with him, getting him suggestions on such bright, intelligent ideas? Who is doing this? Who? So it's okay to take off filming brutality, the people getting beat up, the police is doing wrong, all the lies, the Karens. When you're out and about, all you got is your phone to keep you covered. That's not gonna pass. We have rights. I know, Sarah, but the way the way these fools are acting like we ain't got no rights. The things they signing, and they signing laws at nighttime. At night, we sleep at night. While we sleep at night, they signing freaking doggone laws to pass. So now I'm worried about my brothers and about my sisters out there on these streets. If this law passes, I'm gonna be very, very worried about my brothers and my sisters. That means the white racist cops, supremacist cops, could do anything to the African American, the Black American people, men and women, to anybody. They ain't filmed, and we already know. Yeah, the police the police cars got cameras. Police not always by their cars. Sometimes they be away from their cars, on the sidewalk, walking, whatever that make on the beat. But they ain't always in the cars. I know that there's cameras in the cars, but they ain't always. The police cars are not always on the spot. Okay, a police can turn a camera off at any given moment. He don't have to turn it don't have to turn the camera on if he don't want to. So you trying to tell me we got to rely for the police officer to have his camera on in case we get attacked by them? I mean, laughing at that. That's funny. That's real funny. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. No. Again, like I said, they passing laws in the middle of the night while we sleeping. We wake up the next morning, we got new laws, y'all. We are sleeping. When we wake up the next morning, we got new laws that been put in place that we don't even be aware of. Who is up there? What idiot? Which they are like idiots up there. The idiots is letting these things pass by. I don't understand. I for the life of me, it's just some crazy stuff. It's crazy. Things are gonna get crazier. A lot of my brothers and sisters gonna get on the live. Police, police is lie. They lie all the time. They constantly liars. They lie. Can't believe shit they say because they are a liar. They are a liar. Now, y'all, let's check out this right here, and I got a comment.
They didn't just kill cursive. They buried a generation's ability to read the truth for themselves. Ask yourself, who benefits from that? For over 200 years, cursive was standard. The script of revolutions, protest, and freedom. The Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. All written in cursive. All meant to be read, not interpreted for you. Then out of nowhere, schools stopped teaching it. No headlines, no debate. They said it was outdated, but what they really did was cut off our access to original history. If you can't read it, you can't defend it. Now millions of kids stare blankly at the words that built this nation. They rely on filtered versions, rewritten textbooks, approved summaries. But if you change the words, you change the meaning. And if you change the meaning, you can rewrite everything. Was cursive really just a relic of the past? Or did they erase it so you'd never understand what they took? You be the judge. If you're awake, you already know what to do.
I'm awake. I know what to do. They taking cursive out of school, y'all. Gavin graduated in 90-some. They took cursive out of school. Kids now do not know how to write in cursive. The only thing they know how to do is print. When you do paperwork at the doctor's office, it said print name and signature. Those are two different things. Name, write your name, and signature is two different things. Write your name, you can write in print when you sign. Then you go over and you got signed in cursive, in signature, in cursive. But now they don't even have cursive in school no more. People don't write in cursive no more. I still write in cursive, but people don't. Young kids can't even understand the cursive writing. I always thought it's pretty. Cursive writing is pretty to me. It's pretty. And back in the 1800s and whatever, that's all they wrote was in cursive. Wasn't no printing going on back then. And all they cursive back then wasn't in the prettiest state either. But you still can read it. But there's no cursive writing in schools no more. Teachers don't even push write in cursive in school no more. And to me, like I said, in cursive writing is very pretty writing to me. I like it. I love it. I love it. I love cursive writing. I love it. Can't deal without it. I love it. Now we got Simi Grand Valley. Yeah, Simi Valley. Now, let's see. Let me find it first, y'all. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's check this out. Simi Valley Police Department. I think I got it right.
I got a new hero. Drew is my hero. In Simi Valley, California, this young man, Michael Robinson, was beat up by 6 white dudes. They jumped him and he was begging them like, hey guys, I'm cool. I'm not trying to do nothing. And they jumped him and whooped his ass and everything. And they tried to keep it under the rug because one of the white dudes' daddy is the police. The sheriff, I think. So this is Drew. Drew, the reason why Drew my hero, he stood on business. You hear me? Watch this.
What's up, C? My name's Drew, and listen, I haven't written anything down. This freestyle high shit. Listen. Hey, this shouldn't even be an argument for real. It really shouldn't, cause we got Jonah Collato's son.
Cuz, please, like your niggas
Hey,
begging for a please. You some mark ass nigga on me, so just to let you know, cuz ever try and threaten me again, nigga, I'll fucking murder you, nigga. You ain't gonna do a damn thing, cuz you ain't gonna
Hey, Officer Collado.
Please give him.
Officer Collado. Hey, this your son, and this morning. This is this morning. This morning. This fucking morning.
Okay,
I just want to say,
and no
ain't no
cursing.
skin color.
We don't allow
Ain't no
cursing
skin
here,
color.
please. Thank you.
Ain't no skin color. We're human. Ain't no skin color. Fuck a skin color. Ain't no skin color.
Watch your language,
We're
please.
human. We're human. And that kid he's a kid. And like they saying, if it was a black person, if it was black people jumping on a white person for doing nothing, saying please, begging to run away, getting all beat on, what's gonna happen? These people weren't arrested. SVPD lied to the public. SVPD lied to the public. These people weren't arrested. They turned themselves in. And you wanna know how I know? Because I got the attackers' information right. They texted me. The attackers texted me. Hayden Davey, Nathan Elkins, Maddox Westfall texting me. They turned themselves in yesterday. They turned themselves in. They got cited and released. They didn't get arrested like SVPD saying. Why y'all lying to the public?
Please keep it quiet out there.
Hey, I just want to say, if Simi Valley don't do its justice, then the streets is, and that's when shit gonna get serious, right? Because then you're gonna put us in cuffs. Then we gonna take accountability for all that shit and all that bullshit. So listen, fuck your skin color and do the right thing.
No more
We're
cussing,
human.
please. Thank you.
That little motherfucker up there was rapping, wasn't he? Dropping bars, telling it like it was. And he had goddamn receipts. We need to protect Drew at all costs. But Drew like this, if the police don't do nothing and y'all don't goddamn do right, it's about to go down. Look at little Drew. That's my hero right there. If I'd been young, I'd been right there with Drew. Goddamn, they flip all the goddamn tables over this motherfucker. Talking about don't cuss. Drew's on there dropping bombs on that motherfucking ass. Keeping it real. Cause this shit, like he said, it ain't about color, it's about right and wrong. And they jumped that boy. Goddamn, it's been national news about that shit in Ohio, but this shit right here been quiet than a motherfucker. And Michael Robinson was a church-going young man. So when this shit gonna stop? I'm glad we got people like Drew. Drew set them motherfuckers up. They texting and shit. And them motherfucking white boys think they black, don't they? Huh? They got them saying that slang better than me. Shit. Goddamn world flippity flappity. Goddamn Drew my hero.
So this black guy was in the parking lot. Something happened. And these white guys come up to him and just start jumping on him. And the black guy said he wasn't trying to fight. And they, was start beating up on the black guy. But my thing is, again, you're right. Why do everything else get out there, pushed out there? But they ain't told this story here. Why they hiding this story right here? Why is this story hidden? Why is it hidden? Let's see what the other young man said.
And Jonah Collado, the son of Officer Collado, is allowed to just go freely. And he said he would do it again. He has no remorse. And just hearing about what happened at Regal sounded like something that was 100 years ago. But it happened 3 days ago. I deserve to feel safe in my city. Mike was just a friend of mine. This could have happened to me. And all those thugs, Jonah Collado, Hayden Davey, Maddox Westfall, Nathan Elkins, and Harper Trejos were let to go freely. Had they been black, they might have been arrested instantly. Those boys committed a hate crime. One of the worst ones I've ever witnessed in my life. and they were allowed to go freely. And then you have the police make a statement, a lie, saying they arrested 4 juveniles. They only cited 3, and they were let go freely right away. And they turned themselves in. And Jonah Collado, the son of Officer Collado, is allowed to just go freely. And he said he would do it again. He has no remorse. Absolutely none. Those boys, I wouldn't even call them boys. They're thugs. They're monsters. Evil. Such evil people. And I can't believe we have the city just not protect us. No justice. Sad.
Why are they not speaking up on this? Why is Simi Valley? Where is Simi Valley at? Let me get my phone. I tell you, I've been doing some homework today. That's crazy. Oh, Sarah, that's in California. That is in California. Simi Valley is in California. It is on 3901 Alamo Street, Simi Valley, California, 93063. Yeah, that's in California. And nobody said nothing about it. Ain't talked about it. Ain't a whisper a word about it. No nothing. Yeah, that's an old Cali. Old California. You never heard of it, Sarah? Yeah, it's right there. It said California. I don't know what part of California, but it just says California down there by let's see. Let's check the map out. Yeah, I don't know where this is, Sarah. It probably be several miles, baby, from where you at, for you not to know nothing about it. Yeah, it's up there by Tampo Canyon Trail. That's where it said up there by close to that way. So you probably ain't never heard of, don't know where it said, child. When I look, I got my map out, and as I look, kind of a lot of places on here. Pretty big little part of town and everything. As I look on here, it's pretty big. Like it's pretty big on the map here. I'm going through the map, I'm being nosy, because I want to see where was Simi Valley at. I want to know what the heck that was. Let's make sure I don't go. Ladies, we might stop eating noodles. Let's check it out.
Have you ever eaten ramen noodles? Exactly. Here's the deal. New research from the Mayo Clinic is showing that it can increase the risk for metabolic syndrome, especially for women. And that can mean increased risk for heart problems, stroke, and diabetes. But researchers say it's not just ramen. Any instant noodle products could be putting you in danger if you're eating them more than twice a week. So why are women affected the most? Probably because of BPA that's found in the packaging, which is known to mess with those estrogen levels.
I don't eat noodles like that. Do you, Sarah? I don't eat a lot of. I don't eat noodles daily. I might eat one maybe a week here. I might eat one. Maybe another week I might eat 1 or 2. But I don't eat a lot of noodles. I don't eat noodles like that. I'm not. I mean, I like noodles. I like the chicken. The creamy chicken noodles is the best noodles that I like. And I like the pork. But I buy the creamy chicken noodles before I buy the pork. But y'all be careful. Nope. Nope. Y'all be careful on those noodles, ladies. It's not good for the ladies. If you eat more than 2 packs a week, slow down. And not only that, noodles got a lot of sodium in it. It's a lot of sodium in noodles now, a lot. Now, it's a possibility it can raise your blood pressure, because if you have high blood pressure, it can raise your blood pressure up. It can raise a lot of things up in your body. So be aware on eating those noodles anyway. I always heard that they wasn't no good, but they got a lot of sodium, a lot of salt. Yeah, maybe so, but they also can't you delusion can you not delusional salt? I mean, can you not delusional salt or put more water in to get less taste of salt? Is that true? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Dine and Dash, y'all. We just talked about this the other day. But it's a little different, but something similar to the other day.
Outdoor dining. When some would-be patrons left without paying their bill, some local business owners took to social media. The outdoor patio is all set for the season at Flav's in University Village. But yesterday evening, surveillance cameras caught 3 people leaving without paying a $200 bill for a shrimp and lobster dinner, according to the owners.
The young lady who was serving that table, she got kids at home. She gets a percentage of that tip. She worked hard to serve that table. They had a lot of food. It's actually disappointing. It's very disappointing to see that from the community that we actually serve, because we pour into our community. We're a small business, and I see this happening so often to a lot of different small businesses throughout the city. And we got to do something.
What they did, posted on social media. Owners Phil Simpson and Andrew Bonsu say it wasn't long before people online identified the trio. Simpson said he's been texting one of them, and someone actually offered to pay their bill. Simpson says it's a bigger issue of would-be patrons taking from servers and this black-owned business that struggles to keep prices affordable despite the cost of goods and services going up.
They apologized. They sent someone up here to pay the bill, but I declined to accept it. At that point, it was just like, we're gonna pursue this the right way.
And we see this Dine and Dash really hurting the independent restaurants.
Sam Toya is the president of the Illinois Restaurant Association. He says this theft, known as Dine and Dash, has been increasing since the pandemic, and outdoor dining establishments see even more this time of year.
Definitely picks up in the summer months, and in Chicago, what do we get? Maybe 60 days of great weather that you can eat outside.
Us to actually put our hard-earned money to set that up for our community and to see things like this happening, it's kind of like, it's tasteless. It's important to, now to at least let them know, like, Flav's is not going to be tolerating the Dine and Dash.
The owners hope that word is spreading on social media so that those who might be tempted to Dine and Dash would consider who they're hurting.
What y'all think? What you think? These people going to these stores, last week they turned the stores up. Going there getting stuff at the store, turning the store up, and now this time they ain't eating good. If you cannot afford the food, don't go in people's stores, please. And then run out. The 3 of you. Now that could affect the waitress money, her tip, her pay. Like that man said, that young lady had kids at home. She needs her money. That's rude. I don't go nowhere that I can't fucking afford. I'm sorry to say it like that. I don't go nowhere. I can't afford. I don't go nowhere. I don't. If I ain't got the money, I'm not going up in there. I'm not. Now, right, Sarah, he should let them pay and then ban them, right? But he want to take a little further, but he should just ban them and made them did that. He should have did. If he should have did that. If you can't afford when you go to a restaurant and you're not expecting the meals to be that high, just buy what you can get. I don't care if it's just a glass of water. But don't take your butt in there taking them people's stuff. You sitting around eating and carry on knowing that none of y'all got no money. Nobody? 3 people? 3 bills? Nobody had money to pay their bill. Nobody? They didn't lose 1 time, 2 times. They lost 3 times for money not being paid. And for food that they done 7 and 8 and then got fat off of. Mm-mm. And let me just say, add this to a little bit. And they get mad when you go to Chinese beauty supply and you're in there stealing. They lock your ass in there. Then you won't get crazy. Now, what if the restaurants start locking people inside after they eat? When they eat their meals, they're locking people inside. You can't go out unless you pay for your bill. Now, what if that shit happens? What would they make them look like? You can't go in people's restaurants and eat them people's food, and then you don't have your money to pay it. What if they just start having you pay up front? Did I say that? What you want? You know what you want, man? Yeah, I know I want such, and you get such, and I like the glass of a Coke. Your total would be such. Pay it now. Pay it now. Why I can't wait till I eat and pay it? No, ma'am. No fucking ma'am. Too many people coming up here eating our groceries up, run up out of here, ain't paying no bill, and we got to defend for the bill to put that food back that done ate up, and then you done screw the waitress out her money. No. What if they start doing prepaid food at the restaurant? What you think, Sarah? If they just started making you prepay your food, pay for your food before you eat it. Pay for your food before you eat it. That may be the next move. Pow, 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 pow. You heard it here first. That may be the next move. I'm serious. Prepay for your food before you get it. Just like Dash. I mean, what is it called? Uber, whoever delivering food delivery people. Them people. I don't deliver my food delivery. We cook over here, but them people, yeah. Well, you you pay for your food then before you get it. So why can't restaurants make you pay for your food before it comes to your plate, before it comes to your table? And if it's something ain't right about it, they can redo it. It don't take that long to redo no food at a fast food restaurant. What you think, Sarah? Think that'd be a good idea, Sarah? I think that'd be a doggone good idea. But they're just me talking. No, I don't know nothing. No, I don't know nothing. I'll just be talking. I don't be knowing, but I believe if they start making you prepay for your food, like you do with the Lyft people, whatever you get the food from, you prepay your food for your food then for they get to you. So why can't they now do it in restaurants? If people running out on food, prepaid food, you order your food right then what you want, pay up front. If something ain't right about your meal, they can go refix it or they can refund you. But I would no longer, since they want to dine and dash, me, myself, I would no longer let you get your food and pay last. No, pay up front and get your food. The food ain't right, will we cook it or will we refund your money? Point blank simple. But there's no way in hell you're going to keep coming to my restaurant, getting my food like the three of them did, ate good, smile, skinning and grinning, having fun, and run out on paying the bill. No. Let me see what you think. What you think, Sarah? Like DoorDash? Yeah, just like DoorDash. DoorDash, you got to prepay for your meal before your meal get to you. So, excuse me. So if you're gonna be going to restaurants and running out on your bill, you need to pay for your food first. They'll stop all that. If you can't lock a person in, prepay for your food at the table right there in the restaurant. That's how I see it. I don't know about nobody else, but I think you should do it. That's if you're gonna be keeping people keep running out on the bill, that's the only way to keep doing it. They make them prepay for their meal. They'll save you the trouble for not getting beat for making the food, the waitress, the tip, and all that. You be getting beat out of all that. They'll stop that. They put a hot on that. That won't be happening no more. Prepaid for the food. You got people, I got prepaid for my food before I eat my food. Da, da, da. Well, it don't matter, ma'am. You need to tell your next door neighbors and your neighbors' neighbors and then they neighbors' to quit going to these restaurants with their homegirls and go to the finest restaurants and get a meal and you run your ass out on the meal, leaving all that money for a bill, to pay, and you done dash out on the people. So why not prepay for your food? Like I said, DoorDash do it. Why can't people do it? I don't understand. But you gonna have that one person, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 people come there. Nah, complaining. Nah, pay for my food. It don't matter, sir. And when if you do that, don't back down. Let that be the reason, because it send a message out to people. It will send a message out to people. Quit going to restaurants, eating their food, and running off with it, because that ain't cool. That ain't ladylike. If you ain't got the money to buy it, stay at home and eat what you got. Or make it, or better yet, fix it at home. Fix it at home. The same recipes they make it out of, you can do it at home. Cook your own food. Make your own extravagant food at home. Do it yourself at your own house. Why not? So y'all, have y'all seen the video of the little girl in the pink coat whooping butt at the mall? Let's take a look. I got part 1, part 2. Sure do. I got part 1, part 2. And this is really trending right now on TikTok. Let's check it out.
Bro, did y'all see that video at that little girl that literally went up the escalator to beat on the day of girls that told on her for shoplifting, Ben? So this little girl, I think she was 10 years old. She went to the demo. I think people telling her for arms. I listened to whatever raised these 2 girls at the top of the elevator. So this little girl literally went up the escalator the wrong way, got up that escalator, pitch and who piece and portrait. She said, "Who snitches get stitches hold," and she stood on base and reach. Then she proceeds to go down the elevator literally like she's that girl posing it all like who? Yeah. And did who's gonna do something about it and what we that girl is gonna be a problem? I don't care what nobody say. Where the question mark? Come on, my daddy is where they eat bake. Cause she ate that so bad. No, like she has to afraid, but at the same time she ate that so bad. Okay, well, nobody say you cannot help whether say she ate. She said y'all go snitch on me. Okay, cool. Since I wanna, cause all this teach you towards me, Rachel. Now I'm gonna call the real thing. Yeah, which I'll think Rachel thing, which I would be if it I would say came up attacking you.
I'm going to go to a part that we're going to talk about.
Oh my god. Little girl. Oh god. The girl. Oh my god. Seriously. Look. Back, she's coming back. They crumbs. Wow. God. She stole from that. She stole from the thingy. She stole from it and she...
The little girl, that pink coat, she said bees get stitches. Telling on her, they said her mother, she was stealing out the store and some girls told her to quit stealing. They were telling on her. And that's why the little girl went up the escalator and pulled her hair. But did y'all see all the clothes that they had? They've been stealing. Trust me. And the mama was so nonchalant, like she didn't care about them stealing. She didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing about her kid and them stealing. I mean, nothing. That little girl had been about 9 years old, maybe 10, 12? Yeah, she went up the stairs like a boss. Pulled her hair. And they were big girls. I'm talking, they were teens. Her that she went there and pulled. She pulled those that teen girl hair, went down the escalator like she was a boss. Like it wasn't nothing. But that little girl, trust me, she was stealing. Y'all see what they put it out from her, the white clothing stuff they put it from her, and then she threw some at the police, at the security guard at police. Now, you let us throw something at the security guard at the police, we're going to jail. Oh, you come here, you put your hands up for what? Well, you threw such to me. The same way the little girl threw some at the police while ago, security guard, whatever it was, they didn't do nothing to her. But let one of my sisters and brothers go up there and did that. Oh, it been trouble in paradise then. It been through some problems then. Oh my God. But again, that little girl went through steps like a boss, up there escalated like a boss, checked them old hens, went back down on the escalator like she was that girl. You hear me? But still had stuff that she was stealing in the bag. So why do people? Well, let me be honest. I can't say people teach their kids. Well, yeah, I can. I can say that. People teach their kids to steal. And people also see their parents, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, nieces, whatever stealing and thinking it's cool, and it's not cool. Now, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with it, because I love me a good old ass booster. Because, baby, I had a homegirl was a booster, baby. She was so good. She was stealing shoes, hats. I mean, she was the GOAT on shoplifting. In my younger days. And, man, I would have all kind of stuff. I been bought her perfume, clothes. I been bought all kind of major stuff. Yeah, she was good. I don't know how she did it, but she was a good ass booster back in the day. And if you know anything back in the day, back in the 70s, early 80s, boosting was the shiznizzle back then. Boosting was the shiznizzle back then. You had to matching everything. You was shopped in the mother. You hear me? Get you a good old booster. Go on and steal everything you need from the head to toe. Baby. I sure miss me a good booster. If y'all out in the no man land, y'all know a good booster, y'all let me know. You think she was 9 years old, Sarah? They said 9. Okay, she said she was 9. But I love me a good booster. If you know a good booster, let me know. You can call her thief or whatever. I call her booster. Right about now, I need me a booster. I need me some of everything. Some shoes. I need me some bras. Instead of me going to Macy's, I can give me for me a good booster. Me some sport bras. I can give me a good booster. But yeah, back in the day, boosting was the shit. I'm telling you, kids was shy from shoes, pants, shirts, hats, perfume. And then back in the day, they was also selling they food stamps back in the day. $1 on what is it, $1 or whatever? What was it? Let me get it right. 100 for 50, for 60, something like that. Yeah, it was good back in the day. But boosting back in the day, yeah. But that little girl know better, putting her hands on stuff. Keep your hands off of stuff. I don't put my hand. But like I said, she was taught that. Sarah said she was 9 years old. She had been taught that. If she wasn't taught that, she seen it and she made it a trait and picked it up and started doing it herself. Because the mom didn't look like she was surprised. I'm sorry to say. Again, the mom did not look like she was anywhere surprised about what her kid was doing. She didn't even care. She was nonchalant about it. She didn't even care. She was pushing the baby stroller. The mom was. And then they had a sister in a white shirt. Then they had the baby in the stroller. Then had the girl with the pink coat on. Down there stealing and carrying on. Say. No, I just don't know. But hey, can't tell nobody nothing. Let's talk about what Perk been talking about all week long. I started telling y'all about it last month. So get y'all ready, get you aware of it. And if you ain't been over here listening to get aware and get ahead of time on it, it ain't my fault because I've been screaming this ever since last month.
My children are always going to be able to contact me in an emergency.
Mom to two Houston ISD students Christine Hurley is pushing back on the new text of September 1st.
Christine has a 4th and 2nd grader, both strapped with smartwatches now to track and message when she wants.
We wanted to be able to communicate with them during the day, like mostly if there's an emergency at school, we wanted them to be able to contact us.
The statewide ban includes personal cell phones, tablets, smartwatches, headphones, and earbuds. House Bill 1481 gives school districts power to set limits on device use during class to help curb the constant distractions and disruptions to learning.
My initial reaction was, well, good, I understand. I didn't have a phone when I was in school, and we did just fine. But after I thought about it more, I'm against it. I want to be able to, speak with our child if we need to.
Around the dinner table, Russell and Aaron Piper told me they just got their 6th grader Lainey a new phone 2 months ago, specifically for her to take to her new middle school across town.
I don't disagree that phones are an issue and they need to not be out during school. The kids should not have access to them. But how to address that issue should be up to the schools and the school districts.
And while many schools have not said how they will enforce this new law, 2 of the largest districts in our area just released their policies and enforcement plans. HISD says the first offense, the device will be confiscated and returned to parents after school. The same goes for the 2nd and 3rd offense, except the device will be held a longer period of time. The policy is similar for Fort Bend ISD students. The district recently updated their policy stating devices must remain stored in backpacks or lockers and should not be carried in pockets or worn during the day. If the device is confiscated, the student may receive a disciplinary consequence. The ban includes no devices during lunch and recess. And although it can be tough to adjust at first, some students say they now see the benefits after experiencing the no devices rule last year at their school.
There was a change during lunch and community times because most people would just be staring at their phones during lunch and community time, but now people are having more interactions and talking to others.
Attention all students and teachers. I've been asking for feedback from Houston parents on social media, and from all the parents that I spoke to, the number one reason parents want their kids to have a device with them at school: communication during a possible emergency.
My biggest fear is obviously a school shooting.
And all the worst case scenarios are just going through my head.
And you want to be able to contact your parents if you needed to.
Yeah, so that's why this is sort of also a stress reliever.
Yes, there are exceptions to the ban. Devices can be used if there is documented medical need signed by a physician. Very important. Device use is also required for emergency protocols at school, or if students are using district-issued tablets for educational purposes. Now, if you would like to know where your kid's school stands with their policies and enforcement, just scan this QR code on your screen. We have a list there that we continuously update as we get new information. I'm Daniela Guzman, KPRC 2 News.
Well, there you have it. I've been screaming this since last month. And if you ain't heard, I'm sorry. I've been screaming it. But every school where they got their own conditions up there, playground with recess time and other time, you can't have a phone. But here in Texas, they're saying that you can't have the phone out doing change the class session. You cannot have it in school. You cannot have it for no time period. What they're saying here in Dallas, Texas. So at their school, they can't have it during recess and things like that. But like that man said, y'all heard him say, but we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have no cell phones in school. We had a good time. I love my life in school. I enjoyed school when I was going to school. I like going to school. So if you're not aware of it, mom, dad, sister, brother, aunties, grannies who all take care of their, kids and send them to school, it's gonna be a different thing this year. And if the kid keep getting caught with the phone out or whatever, it's gonna start taking the phone away, and then it's gonna start putting fines onto it. But I wonder how much would the fines be? $200 and $300? I wonder if that much. Until the first 2 times gonna be no problem. But that 3rd time, you're going to start paying a fine for your cell phone. And they said the 2nd time, they're going to keep it a little longer. Man, I'm waiting to see about the complaints. I'm going to make sure I bring an update about the complaints about the school districts, parents, about their kids not having a way to contact them, but there is a way to contact them. Contact them through the office. Leave a note like we used to do. Leave a note at the office. You got a message. Bring somebody in the office. They had office helpers. Somebody in the office would come by and bring your message to you. Come to the door to your room and bring the message to you. That's why they had office helpers back in the day. Do they still have helpers in the office now? I wonder. I'm not for sure. I ain't had nobody go to school in years in my, So if they still got office helpers, you can get your message. And if it's an emergency, they're coming and tell you you got an emergency phone call. Your mama to call her as soon as possible. And I'm sure your teacher will let you go take care of that phone call. If it's not an emergency, you can go call through in between times of changing classes. But like I said, we did just fine without no cell phones back in the day. We did. Let's check out what Trump just passed. Like I said again, I'm gonna say it again. This man just up there signing stuff, making threats. My anxiety hadn't been so much in this world like it is in 2025. I'm just sick of this man.
Breaking news, Donald Trump is about to deploy 1,000 National Guard to D.C., and this all comes after he demanded that homeless people immediately move out of Washington, D.C. On Truth Social, he said, "I'm going to make our capital safer and more beautiful than it ever was before. The homeless have to move out immediately. We will give you places to stay, but far from the capital. The criminals don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong." He literally proposed moving homeless people to high-quality tents on inexpensive land outside of cities while providing access to bathrooms and medical professionals. In other words, high-quality tents on inexpensive land that's outside of cities and has access to medical professionals and bathrooms. Let me be clear, this is straight out of the Nazi playbook. Homeless people were among the groups targeted by the Nazi regime and sent to concentration camps. The Nazis implemented policies against those they considered asocial or work shy, which included homeless individuals, beggars, and others who didn't fit their vision of productive society. Under Nazi ideology, homelessness was often viewed as a character flaw or moral failing rather than a social problem. And yes, they in turn were sent to concentration camps labeled as undesirable. And here's the worst part. He says, "I'm going to make our capital safer and more beautiful than it ever was before." But in order for him to do that, the homeless have to move out immediately. Basically saying that homeless people make the city less safe and ugly, which means they're lowering the value and the quality of the state. Because their playbook has always been the same. It is the dehumanization and vilification of a group of people to be able to justify why you're segregating them and expelling them from fucking society.
Tells me that the National Guard is already in Washington, D.C. I heard today they are already there in Washington, D.C. They're there already. But my thing is, all these empty buildings, all these empty homes, why can't you make them into homeless shelters for the homeless people? But the criminals, you can stay. We're going to just lock you up. That's there in Washington, D.C. They're going to take people and the homeless people and put them on low value land, bathroom accessible, a doctor out there, where they away from everybody. What kind of plan is that? I mean, even though people are homeless and have homelessness, they still have family and have some sort of friend or some kind of someone to hold them down or some kind of way. So why would Trump do this? And yes, I got to agree. I can't tell no lie. I do agree. Homeless people bring a lot of trash. I don't know where in the world they get all that trash from. But just think about it. Purple ain't lying. Just think. Just think for a few seconds. Homeless people bring a lot of trash. Think on that. Am I wrong? And if I'm wrong, I bow down. But I know I ain't wrong. Homeless people bring a lot of trash with them. They bring buggies of stuff, junk. What you gonna do with that? They be having stuff and they go into the steel mill and sell a steel or whatever, and where they can sell stuff to get money out for scrap. I mean scrap, steel and scrap. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Scrap and steel. They can get money out of it. But yeah, homeless people bring a lot of trash into the community, into the neighborhoods. They do. They have a lot of trash with them. But that trash, I don't know why I hate to say it, but sometimes that trash is a value to them. I don't know why. It's a value to them. It is a value to them. Brittanygriner. I couldn't put my hand on it, y'all. I couldn't put my hand on it for nothing in the world. But I got my answer, though. I got my dog on me answer. I got my answer. I got it.
I am appalled and not shocked. However, I just found out that Brittanygriner was officially suspended from the WNBA because it was found out that she had giblets. I mean, suspended. This is an ongoing thing. I mean, this is a product of Joe Biden's America. But this person was suspended because it was found out that it was what it was. And you know what? It makes perfect sense because when it was arrested in Russia, it was thrown into the pen with the males. And remember, he was like, I'm not going in there. And they just threw his ass right in there because, Russia, they don't give a fuck. And then you also think of, the voice. It had a deeper voice than I do, right? And there's no testosterone that'll make your voice that deep. Plus, then you think about that video that went viral of it at the pool, shooting the hoops at the pool. Now, we all know when those people are transitioning, there's marks, surgery marks underneath the breasts that indicates that they had surgery to have them removed. There was none. It had a perfectly sculpted chest. So I thought that was very strange as well. But god damn, it all makes fucking sense. Kudos to the WNBA though.
Go Google it. Go Google it, y'all. Go and Google it. Go Google it. And be honest with you and myself, she looks like a boy. Her whole body. Flat chested than Sabrina. There's no girl, no woman that flat chested. Not even a young girl. Even a young girl who's born out into puberty, she's not flat chested. You don't see a flat chested girl unless she's a little girl. A little girl. This is a grown ass supposed to be woman. Got nothing across her chest. Nothing. Like she wrapping her chest up to make it just smooth across the chest. She's a boy. Being a boy. So that makes good reason why she was down there crying in Russia, because she was in the man's cell. Now we know they put her as in the man's cell because she had men's body parts. So I wonder how the women's of the WNBA feel who's been showering with this in the same shower room with this person, or just in the same locker room with this person, and you think it's a whole woman and it's a whole foul man, flat chested. There's two flat chested across there. I watched this white guy on Facebook. She flat chested as more than heels. He fine in the mouth. Oh, God. I'm gonna bring him on one day and show him to y'all. But she don't have nothing. And that made me also, I used to wonder, I'm like, dang, she ain't got not a nipple sticking out or no sort of a training bra, sports bra. She ain't have a training bra worth of boobies. You know, you the girl first start out, she, before she started going to puberty, she get a little training bra. Mama go get her a little training bra. Cause she poking out a little bit. Then she won't poking no damn where. Flat chested. A body structure of a man chest structure. Ain't no woman in that man. So I would feel betrayed if I was at the WNBA, being in the locker room with this man the whole time. This man sitting around looking at everybody, smiling at everybody, staring at everybody. How did he do it? How did he not sit there and look at everybody and being a man? Not, I guess he was controlling his emotions and his feelings toward women, and maybe take some kind of hormones or something. I mean, I don't know, because I don't know if it's Johnson raised up, but when in the locker rooms with the women, how his hormones went. But how did he control his hormones with all these beautiful women? But they pretty, but they manly looking too. Don't get me wrong. In these locker rooms with all these women, and some maybe taking showers and stuff, and they probably coming out nude or something like that. We don't know. I'm not in a locker room with women, but you there, and then you're a man. I think they need to be compensated. They need to be compensated. I'm sorry. Compensate those women, y'all. Yeah, that's what they need to do. So I never thought about buying a Tesla. Have you? Have any of y'all ever thought about buying a Tesla? It hadn't crossed my mind. Nothing like that. Let's check it out.
Nigga, I'm in the middle of traffic, bro. Would you look at this shit, bro? Look. I can't. Look, everything is locked. Cybertruck deactivated. Look at this shit, bro. Cars all on the side of me, bro. What the fuck? Bro, I gotta call a Tesla, bro. What the fuck? Bro. Like, what the fuck? I can't move the car, bro. I'm stranded as fuck. Hell no, bro. Bro. After my Cybertruck got deactivated, bro, they just stranded me. I go home and check the mail. Look what the fuck I got in the mail, bro. Read this shit, dog. Like, this gotta be some type of illegal, bro. Like, what the fuck?
So that man was recording in his own car, Tesla car. See, Teslas, they've been having a lot of problems with them on Teslas lately, and the people with the Teslas. But he got a cease and desist letter because he was using his video in videoing. He was videoing inside his car. How you gonna get a person a cease and desist letter because I'm video inside my car? That don't make sense, do it, y'all? Let's go through that one more time.
Nigga, I'm in the middle of traffic, bro. Would you look at this shit, bro? Look, I can't. Look, everything is locked. Cybertruck deactivated. Look at this shit, bro. Cars all on the side of me, bro. What the fuck? Bro, I gotta call a Tesla, bro. What the fuck? Bro. Like, what the fuck? I can't move the car, bro. I'm stranded as fuck. Hell no, bro. Bro, after my Cybertruck got deactivated, bro, they just stranded me. I go home and check the mail. Look what the fuck I got in the mail, bro. Read this shit, dog. Like, this gotta be some type of illegal, bro. Like, what the fuck?
So they can do that in your own car? Tesla got that much pull? It can stop your car no matter where you at. If you video recording inside your doggone car? What the hell going on here? What the hell going on? What the hell going on? So you tell me if you got a Tesla car and you video recording it. Now he had a cyber, one of those cyber trucks, right? So I don't know about the other car, but in his cyber truck, he was had been video recording inside his cyber truck. And when he get home, he got a letter in the mail, a cease and desist letter in the mail for that. What the hell going on with that? See what Sarah says, what the fuck? Right, Sarah? How can they do that? So you trying to tell me this Tesla cars are programmed to know your every move, what you do, what you smoke, drink, if you're videoing, taking pictures, dancing, and all in your car. And they can send you a cease and desist letter. So they watching you inside those Tesla cars. This is proof. This is proof. They are watching you inside of those Tesla's cars. Because if not, how would they know if he was video recording inside of his cyber truck? How? Tell me, so I tell you again, they are recording everything you do inside those Tesla cars. I don't want now. I ain't want now. Sarah, had to be. Because there's no, you ain't telling on yourself that, Tesla, I'm going to now start video recording inside my car. You ain't doing that. You just video recording inside your car, and how do they know that? They got to be monitoring your doggone car. And the car wasn't driving by itself. He was driving, but you say you drive by itself. You right. Man, I don't want Tesla. You can't be telling nobody what I'm doing inside my car. I want to smoke me a little a little zaza, hi, cooking cream. I want, if you're a smoker and you smoking in your Tesla car, they gonna stop the car in the middle of the road so you can't smoke in the car. And then on top of that, he was on a freeway. All those doggone cars out there, and you gonna stop that man in the middle of the doggone road, and people got to go around him. That's crazy. And this man, you're in a high speed of rate of going down the street, and then I'll cut until your car cut off and just start slowing down. You going, what the hell going on? And you got all these cars, traffic behind you, cars passing you up, and you stopping traffic. Man, say. That's what she said. I remember. Yeah, cameras, yeah. Don't, Sarah. We don't want no Tesla car, Sarah. They can keep them damn cars, Sarah. We don't want no Tesla. I just want a car to just crank up, put gas on it and keep on going. I don't want nothing like that. Tesla done got out of hand. What in the world going on with Tesla? So I found this video because I'm gonna keep saying it because I still don't believe it. Malcolm Jamal Warner did not drown by accident. Something happened. And they're saying the wife he had, a girlfriend he had, but she was faulty and things like that. And maybe the kid wasn't his. I don't know. They said he wasn't married to her, but he kept a quiet life. I mean, I don't know. I haven't even seen a picture of her yet. I mean, I don't know, but we're gonna see what Ice Cube got to say.
Who really brought, realness to television, playing a great character, playing a great son on the Cosby Show.
Y'all, what if I told you that America's favorite TV dad might have been playing the devil's game behind the scenes? That while he was handing out Jell-O pudding pops and fatherly advice on screen, he was allegedly pulling the strings behind one of the darkest Hollywood cover-ups we've ever seen? Because baby Ice Cube just dropped a bomb, and it's got folks asking, did Bill Cosby have something to do with Malcolm Jamal Warner's death? Yes, you heard that right. You think I'm playing? You think this is just another Hollywood accident? Then why is Cube, one of the realest voices in the game, suddenly co-signing everything Cat Williams has been screaming for years? And now get this, Malcolm's own mother is stepping forward saying her son didn't drown by chance. She says Cosby was behind it. It ain't just some spooky coincidence. This might be the biggest betrayal in Black Hollywood history. Cosby, the mentor, accused of silencing his own TV son. So grab your popcorn, your conspiracy board, and maybe a lawyer, because the receipts we're about to unpack, they don't lie. Stick around, because this rabbit hole, it goes way deeper than you think. Y'all, grab your popcorn and don't blink, because what we're diving into today isn't just another Hollywood tragedy. It's a tangled web of secrets, silence, and shocking allegations that go way beyond the headlines.
There is no way in San Francisco, Hell Bell, that I'm going to believe that Bill Cosby had anything to do with it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe that he had anything to do with it. Bill Cosby has nothing to do with brother Malcolm Jamal Warner passing away. But I keep hearing this, and I keep peeping in and looking, but I just don't. I don't believe that he's done anything to that young man. You know, and of course they're gonna try to put anything up on Bill Cosby and still trying to dirty Bill Cosby's name up. But I do believe I did hear that when Bill Cosby had got into all that trouble, that Malcolm Jamal Warner spoke for him as well. I did hear that. I heard that. I sure did. I heard that. But there is no way in Samuela that I believe that Bill Cosby had anything to do with Malcolm Jamal Warner being unalive. Anything. But y'all, I sure want to go to Shein down there in Atlanta, y'all. Let's take another look at Shein in Atlanta, y'all. And I'm going to say it again. Everything black people touch becomes a brand or can make money out of it. Shein is a Chinese store, maybe a white lady store, but I know ain't no black lady store that made the store. But my thing is this right here. I want to go to Shein. I want something from the store. Don't make me book a flight and go to ATL just to go to Shein. But you know, everybody like they was happy. The customers couldn't wait to get in. But y'all see how long that line was? Who in the hell ever gonna stand in that line like that? Not me. That was a long. Them was a long lines, y'all. Those lines were hella long. I mean, hella long. Too long for me to stand in. If I go to something like that, I'd have me one of them chairs that you can unzip and pull it out and zip it back up and put on your shoulder. Yeah, I need one of them right there. Chairs when I go to a place like that because their line was long as Shein. But hey, Atlanta, Georgia got them a Shein, how they said. They got them one down there. And I want to go to that. I want to go up in there and see what I can see. Sure. I've never bought nothing from them. I've never bought nothing. I don't know how good the material is. It's stretchable. It's good cotton, good polyester. I mean, I don't know. It does, one size, you get to go a size up or do it the size, is the true to the size, or do you need to go 1-2 sizes up, or, it's going to be too big if you go too many sizes up? I need to know, but hey, Much love to Atlanta, Georgia. I got y'all Shein. I ain't even mad. I'm mad, but I ain't mad. I'm mad, but I ain't mad. And I wonder, before I go, is the prices going to be about the same as they are online? Or are the prices a little bit more since they got a store, an in-town store? I wonder, did the prices going to go up? Or did the prices go up? Or did the prices stay the same, as cheap as they was online? I wonder. But I'm watching, though. I'm watching. But anyway, y'all forget to help out of here. But, I want to say R.I.P. to D. Spencer. D. Spencer. I'm sorry, Danielle Spencer. She was the little girl who played on What's Happening. They call her D. I grew up within that era, on What's Happening, and Roger D and Dwayne and I can't think of the fat boy name, but Rerun. But I grew up with them. And she passed away. They said she was 60 years old. She passed away. So yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I don't forget about it, but y'all make sure y'all leave water and stuff out for the drivers. And yes, she died, yeah, for the drivers and everything. And y'all leave stuff out for everybody to the hydration. And we ain't got along because of the fact that spring for the roll in. Not spring, fall. I'm sorry, y'all. Fall is getting ready to roll in. And I'm waiting. I got my onesies. I got my pajamas ready. I got my house shoes, my socks, my fuzzy socks. Yeah, fall. Yes, sir. I'm in fall, baby. I'm waiting for all that come along. So I'm gonna be in home the whole winter. I'm gonna be in the house this winter. I'm gonna be in my house. I sure am. And I might have to exercise in my house on off of church exercises, because I'm not gonna be outside. And I'll be wondering, it's gonna be a bad winter. How winter gonna be? Gonna be pretty bad. Cause last winter wasn't a bad winter. Winter before that wasn't a bad winter. We hadn't had a rough winter in a minute here in Texas. But I ain't complaining though. Trust me. But anyway, forget to help out for y'all know our motto. How the hell you gonna love somebody when you don't love yourself? See you later, Sarah. Peace.